Okay, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. And today there's no guest, so fellow Toastmasters, thank you all for joining us on this first meeting for the year 2022. For those of you who may not know, this is our 206th meeting ever since we started our club, which has been in existence for about, I think, 15, 16 years now. So yeah, and today we are having a very, very lean membership count because most of them are on vacations and some of them are busy. So it's okay. At least whoever is here, let's have fun, enjoy, and move ahead with our program. So for the program, right, let me just highlight to you, just give me a minute. The theme for today's meeting is new beginnings, because it's a new year, so it's new beginnings. So I hope that every one of us will find that this new year is opening out the new beginning for all of us. And hopefully, since the so-called WHO has said that 2022 will be the end of the pandemic, but I don't think it will be in the end, because recently I was seeing a video where they say COVID. So it started with Corona, then every alphabet has got a version. So they say V is still pending. So maybe the next one after now, currently we have Omicron and then the IHU in France. So after that, maybe the V will come up. I don't know. So I have a pet theory also for this, that I say is every December they release a new variant. 2019 was the original, 2020 was the Delta, 2021 was the Omicron, and now the France one is seeming to be jumping the schedule. So it's coming up in Jan. So maybe the COVID one will come up in June or something. So hopefully this year we will see the end of this pandemic. So with that, I would like to just go through the program. We have 3 speakers today. First will be the speaking section. After that, we shall have the table topics. And then we have the evaluation for the speakers. And with that, we come to the close of this meeting. So let me first invite our club president, Zafar, to give his presidential speech. Over to you, Zafar.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Wasan. A very happy new year to each and every one of our members, as well as all those that's attending the meeting today. Thank you so much for helping us to start the new year 2022 with Whampoa Toastmasters Club's meeting. It sounded like Wasan was doing a COVID-19 ministerial task force report, giving us an overview. Usually we use this word, I mean, like it has become like a cliche, uncertain times. We are living in uncertain times. This is not a new term that was introduced in the last 3 years. This is a term that has been commonly used because it is always uncertain time. We don't know what's going to happen around the corner, but especially in the last 3 years, ever since COVID-19 surfaced on this planet Earth, we are living in a very uncertain time. And every year we are hopeful, and we are really having a great faith that this year is going to be the year that things are going to turn for the better. But of course, that's what was expected of 2021. And interestingly, 2021 is behind us right now, and we are looking at 2022. And we are still holding on to that faith and the hope that this year is going to be much, much better year than the previous years. On our personal journey, I mean, we do have quite a number of new members with the help of the VPM and also all the members at Whampoa Toastmasters Club. We have been bringing up the membership numbers. I would like to thank each and every one of you here for making that happen. But at the same time, we do look forward to having our members joining the chapter meeting. So as we all know, more the merrier, and we want each and everyone to join us during the chapter meeting. Our Whampoa chapter meeting or Whampoa Toastmasters chapter meeting has always been on the 2nd Saturday of the month. We do understand we have our own personal schedules and also work, but it will be really great if you can schedule 2nd Saturday of the month from 2:30 to 5 for personal development. right? It's our journey. It's for us to get better in what we are doing in terms of our presentation skills as well as leadership skills. Whampoa Toastmasters, as Watson likes to put it, and also I think we proved to be the club of grooming champions. So we want to groom champions, and we have a lot of forthcoming champions from our club. And I'd like to once again thank each and every one of you for joining us today. And just like Watson mentioned, it's going to be a very much learning, engaging, as well as a fun chapter meeting. And once again, wishing each and everyone a very successful, healthy, and a prosperous, and a very peaceful and calm year ahead, 2022. Wishing you all a happy new year. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Club President Zafar. Okay, fellow Toastmasters, let's move on now to our program proper. We don't have a language evaluator or a counter, so we will just suffice with it. But please do take care of your language, and we should have our own integrity to make sure that we prove to be, successfully becoming a better version of us every minute. Okay, so just take care of that and work on that. So with that, let's continue on. So we shall now move on to the first section, which is the better thinking section, wherein we allow prepared speeches to be done by our speakers. So this is a place where we give speeches which we prepare in advance, and we learn how to prepare different kinds of speeches and then deliver a confident speech. Okay, so for the first speech, which is from the Presentation Mastery, Level 1, Project 3, Researching and Presenting, it will be delivered by our speaker, Giridhar Metikal. So I shall request myself, the evaluator, to give the project details. Okay, so over to me, the evaluator. Okay, the purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. So the timing for this is 5 to 7 minutes. So timer, at the 5th minute, please show the green card. At the 6th minute, the yellow card. And at the 7th minute, the red card. And at 7 minutes, 30 seconds, give an indication that the time is up. Okay, speakers, please take note of the timer, and if required, pin the timer. Okay, so over to you, the speaker, Giridhar Metikal, who is the VPE of TLCS Bilingual Toastmasters Club, and he shall be presenting the speech titled Sustainable Diet. Sustainable Diet, Giridhar Metikal. Over to you, Giridhar.
Just give me a moment. Let me share my screen first.
Pin the timer if you need, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, I shall now start the meeting. The timer can kickstart the timing data. So, hello all, pleasant morning. Today's my speech is about the sustainable diet. So if you look at the graph here, pulled from the Wikipedia article talking about the world's population in total, the current population is around 7.5 billion by 2020. And it is projected to be around 8.3 billion by 2030 and 9.3 billion by 2040, approximately increasing by around 10% every 10 years. As a result, it has become increasingly evident for all the countries, and a lot of pressure has been put by WHO to all the countries that everybody has to produce a lot of food and manufacture a lot of food for surviving their own citizens of the country than ever before, since the population has been growing and projected to grow the record number. Not just the countries in specific, but also it is recommended for all the individuals within the country to also follow sustainable lifestyle so that you don't harm not just the people but also the environment around. With that said, whenever we talk about lifestyle, as you know, diet plays a very critical and a humongous role when it comes to lifestyle. And coming to the main topic here, sustainable diet. So what is sustainable diet? Sustainable diet comprises of what we eat, how it is grown, distributed, and packaged, the effect it has on the planet. Coming to what we eat. So, as per the WHO, a sustainable diet should contain a lot of nuts, whole grains, cereals, pulses, and whole varieties of fruits and vegetables with very moderate quantities of egg, if required, poultry, and very less moderate quantities of red meat. That is usually what we call it as sustainable diet as defined by WHO. Coming to the second part, how it is grown, distributed and packaged. As per the ABC News article pulled around a year back, Amazon alone says that it emits carbon dioxide as much as the pollution rates of a small country. One organization alone emitting a pollution that is equivalent to country. So that's an alarming comparison, and it should be addressed, to say the least. So what you and I can do when it comes to addressing such a huge pollution rates? And there it comes to green shipping. So what is green shipping? As the label suggests, green shipping is nothing but the process of shipping such that the amount of carbon footprint that is emanated as part of the shipping process is reduced as much as possible. So now when it comes to shipping, there are a lot of good and best practices laid out by many organizations, including WHO and other e-commerce platforms. Because a lot of audience here comprises of consumers perspective, I'll focus on the consumers aspect. Coming to the first one, as you can see, the no or less returns. So whenever you try to do online shopping and you see any product that you want to buy, try to reduce return shipping or return offers, because every time you raise a refund for any product that you bought online, the delivery person has to come to your home all the way and go back. As a result, emanating twice as much carbon footprint as it was supposed to. So think twice before you try to do any online shopping. During the checkout of online shopping, if you do have an option of any eco-friendly packaging during checkout, try to make sure that you follow that option. It's $1 or $1 or two more, but you know that you're contributing to the betterment of the environment and the health around the climate. Ground-based shipping. Ground-based shipping is nothing but you bought an online shopping order you made, but you're trying to acquire the product that you bought on the way from your office to home. Let's just say directly from the delivery house, so that the delivery boy need not come to your home all the way to deliver your product and return to the warehouse empty-handed. If you're one of those who's providing a lot of review comments on online, be it Google Maps or anything that you buy, or you're trying to give any feedback, you also try to provide review comments on packaging material, like if it is a recycled material that was used for packaging the product and the size of the packaging. For example, the other day, I got a Christmas gift from my organization, and the size of packaging is thrice as much the size of the actual product, which leads me to question the organization of the logistic department of the gift company. Very likely there can be a scope of improvement for those within the logistic department, with the dimensions of the packaging and the actual product are properly organized or not. The third is a little more focused on the manufacturing aspect, SIOC. This call it as a ship in its own container. It means that, let's just say, if you're trying to buy an Amazon iPhone product, let's just say, iPhone, the package, the box of iPhone itself is quite sturdy enough. You don't need to package with another box and wrap it around another, as a result increasing more paper. you can put a label directly on the Amazon iPhone box itself and ship it. Coming to the next aspect, the effect on the planet. And whenever we talk about the effect on the planet, as you know, first thing that comes to our head is the GHG, greenhouse gases, which has a direct impact on the ozone layer. Now, if you focus on the chart on the right side, you can see three things. The chart is pulled from the Britannica, about the biodiversity laws, Britannica News Agency. Three things to highlight in the chart. First, the plant-based greenhouse gas emission foods is quite half or even less than that compared to animal-based food. Two, the amount of greenhouse gases emitted from the beef on the top left is almost 4 times that of the chicken. That is quite staggering in nature. So if you are one of those who loves to eat beef, you not just think twice, but 4 times before you try to purchase any beef related product. The third aspect, cow. The cow GHG emissions is almost 5 times as much of buffalo milk. So anything, if you're trying to buy cow ghee or cow butter or cow paneer or any dairy product related to cow, make sure that you have an alternate choice. If it's available, try to look for it. As a result, in conclusion, whenever we talk about sustainable diet, it's not just the diet in itself. If you have realized, it's just the whole lifestyle as a whole. So we all not just focus on the diet, but also everything, all our routine, the choices and decision we make in our day-to-day life to follow sustainable lifestyle for a better tomorrow, not just for you, but for the generations to come. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Thank you, Girdhar.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's move on to the second speaker. The second speaker is our club president, Safa, who will be delivering his speech from the Pathways Strategic Relationship Level 2, Project 3, Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring. And the speech title is The Prodigy. Can I have the evaluator, DTM Alicia Chia, to read out the objectives of this project?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Srinivasan. The purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspects of a previous experience as prodigy. So good luck to you, Toastmaster Zafar, and back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Srinivasan.
Thank you. Talking about our next speaker, Zafar is one of the founder member of this club, and he's also an inspiration to a majority of our club members because he was one of the first champions groomed by our club. He was the Singapore People's Association Humorous Speech Champion for the year 2008. And it was seeing his name on that trophy that inspired me in 2011 to try and win it in 2012. So he's always been a source of inspiration for us. And he's a fantastic, and can I say, like, all the adjectives I can use to keep on talking about what kind of a speaker he is. So let's put our hands together and welcome Zafar to deliver his speech. Thank you. Over to you, Zafar, the prodigy, the mentor, now talking about the prodigy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that very warm and a wonderful introduction to our Toastmaster of the Day. The prodigy. I was a prodigy. But for us to understand what is a prodigy or who is a prodigy, we need to first understand from a Toastmaster's perspective, the mentor or the mentorship. Well, who is a mentor? A mentor is an experienced member among the Toastmasters, someone who provides guidance and support to empower a prodigy to reach their goals. And the most successful mentors have been prodigies themselves, and they often continue to work with other mentors of their own. So for us, the understanding of the prodigy is fundamental to being the best mentor that we all can be. So for us to understand about the mentor, we need to understand the prodigy. So who is a prodigy? For many years, I thought a prodigy is someone with special skills, born the way they are until they are discovered just like a diamond. They are brushed to become the shining diamond that they are. But a prodigy is a person who is guided and supported by an older or more experienced or an influential person. In my life, which I would like to share a short story with you, someone who has been a great mentor for who I am today as a presenter, as a speaker, is not someone who is older than me. In fact, he is 1 year younger than me. The influence that he had on me was the respect that I had on him, because he was such a natural on stage. And that's where the mentor that I took up him as my mentor, as a more experienced person. Way back before the Whampoa Toastmasters Club was chartered in 2005, was the beginning of the year 2000s, I always had the aspiration to become a speaker or a presenter on stage. But I was a person who is consumed by the fear of stage. I had this stage fright. And all along my life, I had this fear that simply crippled and handicapped me the moment I even think of going up on stage. But this good friend of mine, who is my mentor, he understood my aspirations. And he showed the traits of a successful mentor. It all started, as I mentioned, the early parts of the 2000s. He was a appointed MC, host at the S League Club, Woodlands Wellington FC. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with the Woodlands Wellington FC. It was quite popular during the time. So he was the MC. And many times he brings me along for me to like observe and to learn from him. And after months of observing, there was once he passed me the mic and said, "Zafar, can you make this short announcement?" And when I took the mic, I was standing right behind. There was about 3,000 to 4,000 people seated at this Woodlands Stadium. They were not even looking at me because I was at their back, but they could all hear my booming voice over the stadium. And just for me to hear my voice, and just for me to think that all of them, the thousands of people are hearing my voice, got me very jittery. And I fumbled. But my mentor, my good friend, he did not belittle me. He did not say that, such a lousy person, I give you a chance. No, he did not. He was so supportive. He said, not to worry, I'm sure you will get better. And thankfully, with all his guidance and the support that he has given me, I did get better. And today, I'm in a position, thanks to him and many others, that I can also dispense my experience and my knowledge to other younger speakers or aspiring speakers and Toastmasters. So just for us to understand, what are the traits to become a successful mentor? Firstly, we are speaking from the experience, the knowledge that you have from a Toastmasters perspective. And the wisdom is all of us have gone through this stage fright or the fear of speaking in front of a group of people. And many times we may have fallen on our face, but we got up and we have learned our lesson. And this is the lesson that we are sharing with our prodigy. As a mentor, it's also important not just to force our ideas upon our prodigy, is to give them the space to make mistakes, to learn from their mistakes, and also to continuously be there, to share positive words, and also to be supportive always. But the most important thing that I also got from my mentor was the respect and the care. Even though I fumbled, he did not snatch the mic away from him. When the next home game came, he still invited me to come on down to the stadium, and he gave me the platform to still speak. So almost 20 years later, these are memories and experiences that I carry with me. So as a mentor, you need to be someone who's committed and dependable. You need to go the distance for your prodigy. So ladies and gentlemen, and Toastmasters, from a Toastmasters point of view, we need to understand, for us to be a mentor, we need to understand the mission and the values of Toastmasters. Toastmasters' mission is to provide a mutually supportive and a positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop and communicate the leadership and the communication skills. And we are guided by these values: integrity, respect, to provide the service, and to be the excellent leader and a communicator. So for us, just like Wasan mentioned, or the introduction, it's a cycle. It's a never-ending learning cycle. We start off as a prodigy, and through our experience, we one day become a mentor for another new Toastmaster member who becomes our prodigy. But you find yourself a mentor, and you continue to be a prodigy. And it's a never-ending learning cycle. That's the best part of being on Toastmasters platform. So ladies and gentlemen, as we move along this journey of Toastmasters, become a member, become a mentor, and become a prodigy. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Safa. Inspirational as always. Okay, now let's move on to the final speech for today. The speech will be presented by myself, and it's from Engaging Humor, Level 3, Project 1, which is connecting with the audience with humor. So can I have my evaluator, Jeev, to give us the project objectives?
All right, hi. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for attending for this session, this Toastmasters for today. So I'm going to share about Srinivasan's objective or purpose of this speech. And before that, his title. The title of his speech is Marriage, Boon or Bane. Right? The purpose of this sharing he is going to give us is, this project is for the members to determine their style of humor and to apply it to a speech that centers around a central message. So with that, all the best, Srinivasa.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And okay, since I'm the Toastmaster myself, I don't want to waste my time introducing myself. So let's just go into the speech, okay? So it was a very silent, calm morning, and I was there sitting at the Bukit Batok Nature Park. And next to me was a statue, and there were a few children playing around the statue. Suddenly, I saw a kid walk up to the statue and poke his finger into the statue's ear. Ouch! He shook his finger and moved back. Then his friend asked him, "Hey, what happened?" This kid looked at that boy with a very cunning smile on his face and said, "Oh, it's fantastic. You must try it." Then the second kid went up to the same idol. He poked his finger into the same ear and ouch! He too pushed back his finger and he ran away. And then both of them looked at each other with anger, guilt, shame, everything, and then they both ran away. As I was sitting there, now I was wondering, what is happening? So, curiosity killed the cat. So I go up, same idol, same ear. I poke my finger in the same ear. Ouch! Then only I realized that there is a bee inside the ear, and it had stung the two kids just like it has stung me. So, club president, fellow Toastmasters, and my friends, just like that, everyone in their life have at least been stung once by the bee called marriage. And today I'm going to share with you my experiences about marriage being a boon or a bane. Okay. So now comes the question, what is a marriage? To explain this, I want you to go back in time with me to the long past years in ancient Greece. We are now in the house of the great philosopher Socrates. Socrates is sitting there in his garden and he's doing some work, and his wife is giving him, typical wife. So she's giving him some housework to do. He's doing that work, and then a few students of his come in, and then they start talking to him and then say, Socrates, we want to ask you about something. Then Socrates says, okay, give me a minute. He goes, washes his hand, and then comes and sits down next to them in a separate bench, leaving outside his work that his wife had given it to him, right? Then they start talking, and the boys start asking him, what is the meaning of marriage? Can you explain what is marriage? Then Socrates looks at them and he strokes his beard and then tells them, marriage is a thing that you will have to experience, and experiences have to be experienced and cannot be explained. So all of them were looking at him with curiosity and saying, can you be a bit more specific? Can you explain to us? And then he starts talking about the pros and cons of marriage, and it takes about 15-20 minutes, and then he's still talking and talking. His wife is standing there on the next table with the housework that she's given him, and then she starts banging the table, and he still continues to talk with these boys. And then another 15-20 minutes, and the wife is losing her temper. She starts throwing all the vessels, and there's sounds like bang, 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 and all that sound. And the boys look at him. He says, don't worry, it's okay. And he continues talking. And after 10 minutes, she gets very angry. She takes a bucket of water, comes and dumps the whole pail of water on Socrates' head. The boys are shocked. Then they say, okay, we are leaving. He said, no, don't worry, sit down. After thunder, there is always rain. Okay. And then he wipes his water away from his face and then continues talking to them. So then now you're all asking me, Vasan, stop beating around the bush. What is marriage? Is it a boon or a bane? Okay, so this was the past, right? So now let's move to the present. How is marriage in today's world? Well, my friends, marriage in today's world is like buying a handphone. Everybody wants to have the latest and the best model at the cheapest price. And once they buy the handphone, they're always looking at the other handphone because they think they should have waited another 1 or 2 months. They could have got the newer version, So today's world, marriage is like that. Everybody thinks they have a good model, but they always think that the neighbor has a better model. Unfortunately, handphones can be changed every 3 months, 6 months, but spouses cannot be changed every 3 months, 6 months, right? So now again, we come back to the same question. Vasan, stop bullshitting us. Tell us, is marriage a boon or a bane? That is the question you're having, right, Giridhar?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So let me explain. Marriage is a boon or a bane. Let me put it in a better way, right? If you notice something, today's world, marriage is like love at first sight and divorce at the first fight. That's how marriages are today. But if you take your grandparents, they were married for at least 60, 70 years, and there was no divorce or there was no fighting. There was fighting, but they didn't divorce and all that. Of course, there are two reasons. You will always tell me, hey, one reason is those days there was no court, there was no divorce, so they just stayed together for 60 years. But it's not the truth. Those days there were courts, but it was not a legal court like us. They had what they called the village panchayats, and you could always go there and say, I don't like to live with this guy. They will separate you out, and then they will make sure he gives you a settlement and you live alone, right? But our grandparents never did that. Why? Because they know that for a marriage to work, it requires both of you to give and take. There should be a give and take balance in a marriage. So that is the most important thing that you must understand. For any marriage to be successful, you must give and take. There must be some understanding. Let me explain it in a better way, right? So that the younger generation understands. Marriage is like, falling in love is like wearing cooling glasses. Everything is so colorful. You look through the cooling glass, everything looks so shaded and so cool and so fantastic. Then you go and get married. And then what happens? The wife removes the cooling glasses, and then she can see, oh, the pimple on your face. Wow, so many differences. She gets frustrated with you because now she's seeing you without the cooling glasses, right? But after 2 or 3 years of marriage, then she starts to put on the power glasses. Even the smallest pimple is visible like a big mountain, right? That's marriage life, my friends. So you must understand that if you don't have the understanding, it's going to be very tough to deal with marriage. So it's very, very important that you have an understanding of your partner. For example, I am a very lazy guy. After I take my shower, I brush myself with my towel, I throw it on the bed and go away. If my wife was to fight with me every time I leave a towel on the bed, by now I would have at least had 250 divorces. But I didn't do that. So it's very important, right? So that is why I'm trying to say that marriage is a boon or bane, is a dependent on how you handle it. If you are lucky, marriage is a boon. If you are unlucky and if it becomes a bane, don't worry, you can always become Socrates, because experiences cannot be explained. You must experience them. So kindly experience it and then tell me if marriage is a boon or a bane. Over to me, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you. Okay, I hope that was good. So can we have the timers report for the three speakers? Safrina? You can just tell if they spoke on time or anybody went over time or something like that.
Can you give the timing?
Gilda spoke 8 minutes 5 seconds.
8
Zafar
minutes
spoke
and 5
7
seconds.
minutes. Zafar spoke 7 minutes 25 seconds. And Vasan spoke 7 minutes 35 seconds.
Okay, I ran out of time by 5 seconds. Giridhar ran out of time by about 35 seconds. Okay, no problem. We will not have voting because only one person is on time, my mentor. So undisputed best speaker is going to Zafar already. Okay, so let's now move on. Yes.
Vasan, we must give you the sword of valor and for bravery.
For telling me
For
that I should have been
sharing the
divorced.
story today.
Yeah, I should have been divorced at least 250 times, Honestly, I tell you, that's the way it is. If my wife had no understanding, I would have been divorced at least 250 times by now. Definitely.
Brave person.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, honestly speaking, right, this is a recycled speech. I used the same speech for my PA Humorous Speech Championship. I won the championship with this speech only, but I changed it a little bit to suit the modern thing. Okay. So this is from 2012. Okay. Okay, so now let's move on to the second part of our meeting, which is the table topics, which will be led by our table topic master, Sanjeevan Balan. So Alicia, maybe you can give him co-host rights. He needs to share the screen. Okay. So for those of you who, I think all of us know what's a table topics, the timing is 1 to 2 minutes. So Zafrina, the timing will be 1 to 2 minutes. 1 minute is green, 1 minute 30 seconds is yellow, and 2 minutes is red, and 2 minutes 30 seconds will be the timer. Okay. So we are giving about 5 table topic speakers, and Sanjeev, at the end of the 5 speakers, I have a topic for you, and then you can speak on that topic. Okay. It's connected with the new beginnings only. Thank you. Now over to the table topic master, Sanjeevan Balan.
All right, thank you so much, Srinivasan. All right, okay. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow Toastmasters. So today, right now we are going to do a table topic speech. So in this table topic speech, I think Srinivasan already explained to you what are the time limits you want to go to in order to complete this speech successfully. And yes, so right here there's 5 options for you to choose from, and once you choose the option, we can read up the topic or the question, and then we can begin. Is that right? So can I have a show of hands, or maybe who wants to volunteer to pick up one question to speak about? Anyway, before I go ahead, sorry, I didn't explain the topic. The theme for this table topic is like how the theme is for the Toastmasters whole Toastmasters event for today is the new beginning, new year, new beginnings. All right. So I saw Giridhar volunteering. Thank you so much, Giridhar. Can you unmute and tell me what number do you prefer?
Number 3.
Number 3, great
Yeah.
choice. Okay, wait, just give me one. Number 3, okay. Number 3 this year is special because. So you must fill in the blanks. It's up to you. But this year is special because. If you're ready, Girida, the timer can start the timer as soon as you tell your first words.
Thank you, Sanjay. This year is special because it's every year is special. Nothing like this year alone is special. But for me, if you were to consistently, in specific, want to say why this year is special, then I would say I'm planning to see if I have any profiles finalized in my matrimony sites and in my other networks. So if I'm getting married, so needless to say, this year is going to be very special in my life. But other than that, if I were to focus on my professional aspects, it's been 2 years for me in Singapore here. So a great growth in my career aspects. So that along as well happens to be a good deal of growth in my professional aspects as well. And I'm still trying to continue my journey with Singapore and the Toastmasters Club along with the other clubs here, having a great deal of learning and experience, and have to experience the culture around. So it was smooth transition for me. And apart from that, a lot of new learnings I have along the way. And one, as part of the new year, I had this resolution of trying to get with the go through this app called Coco FM, where we have the audio books which are free in nature. So every month, almost every month, I try to read an audio book, and once I'm inspired by that audio book, then I try to read the actual book. So that is a good transition for me, and then see myself try to change myself along the way. This year that kind of habit happened to be very special for me because it has been changing my life quite significantly along the way. Currently I am reading the book The Magic, which is all about gratitude, by the author Rhonda Byrne. And she talks about all the different things that we can do for all the things that we have been receiving in our life, and all the things that we have to be grateful about in this life. So as a result, I can say this year is special in many ways than I can count. So thank you and over to you, Toastmaster.
All right, awesome. Give a round of applause for you, Giridhar.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so there was 2 points I listened. Which was highlighted. One was the books. You love reading books, and you was sharing the meaningful things you learn from the books, the gratitude, the appreciation. Thank you so much. And one more thing is the marriage. This year you said you'll be most probably getting married. So just want to wish you all the best for your marriage based on what Srinivasan shared just now, and congratulations. All right. Okay, so without further ado, can I have the next speaker, table topic speaker? Alicia. All right, sure. Alicia? Okay. Zafrina also want to speak? Okay, so okay.
We'll go with Alicia first, then we can go Zafrina.
All right. So we give the time to Alicia first. So Alicia, which number do you want to choose?
Sorry, 4.
Sorry, or 4?
4.
4, okay. All right, okay. So number 4, this is your topic. So this year, you are going to do something new to achieve your goals. So this is a topic. Let me repeat again. This year, you are going to do something new to achieve your goals. All right. All right. Okay. Are you ready? If you're ready, you can actually start, and with your first words, the timer will start the timer.
A very good afternoon to club president, to member and guests. I have this statement. This year, I'm going to do something new to achieve my goals. As I reflect on the past 2021 and the things that I set up to do last year, but didn't achieve, and all those many past years that I never achieved things that I wanted to do. So that got me thinking, for 2022, it's a new year, a new me, same dream, but same, new fresh start. The dream is still the same. I want to be very successful and happy. Should I use the same old ways? But the past has shown that it wasn't successful. So the answer is very obvious. I should do something new to achieve the same goals that I never achieved, or rather the dream, ultimate dream. And what is the new thing can I do? Well, the new thing I could do is first maybe start from myself. Can I change my look? Well, yes, of course you can change the look. So fast finished. I haven't finished. I changed the look by having a new haircut or grow my new hairstyle. So this is an old look. I will have to change it. Give me some time, I'll change the look. Then change the way of doing things. People have said I'm too slow. All right, then I'll speed up. New way of doing things, change faster. Then the thinking, they say I've been very negative. Okay, change, be more positive. Frankly speaking, I don't know what's the new thing to do, but I'll try every day to change 1%. And my dear friends, hopefully I will be able to achieve the ultimate dream I want. And so my advice to everybody is, don't worry what's the new thing you do. Just try something new every day, just 1%. And you will be able to see the result. It may not be very fast, but you'll see it very soon. Just be patient. And back to you, Table Topic Master.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Alicia. All right, the new you, new perspective, new outlook in life, the new things you have for yourself, but it's the same goal, the same ambition you want to achieve by applying new behaviors, new actions. All right, so it will apply to all of us. Thank you so much, Alicia. All right. Yeah, so with that, I just want to call out Zafrina because Zafrina volunteered just now. So Zafrina, which topic you want to go for?
Number 5.
Number 5, great. Okay, number 5. So number 5, is consistency more important or focus is more important to achieve your goal in 2022? Let me repeat again, is consistency more important or focus is more important to achieve your goals in 2022? All right. So whenever you're ready, you can start speaking and the timer will start the timer.
I think focus is more important to achieve your goals as you aim for a goal in 2022 and you focus on that and you know that you're going to achieve that goal. So when you put in focus and effort, you can achieve it. And focus is really important as you really go towards that goal and you do everything to focus on that goal and reach to achieve your goal. For example, I had a goal to go towards designing and I put a lot of effort and focus into that goal, and it shows that focus is really important because I really focused on that goal and I became able to achieve that goal in 2022. Now I'm at designing. So I'm really happy that I managed to focus, and just like that, I achieved my goal. So I do believe that when you focus on something, you can achieve it. Thank you. Back to Toastmasters.
Okay, round of applause for you. Thank you so much, Zafrina. Yes, whatever you focus on, expense, right? So thank you so much for telling us the importance of focus, and thank you so much for telling us the example, the real life example you experienced by focusing. So thank you so much, Zafrina. So we have two more options open. Can I have one other speaker to choose one of the option, number one or number two?
Okay, Lakshmi is there.
I'm ready.
Sure. Okay. Thank you so much, Lakshmi. Okay. So Lakshmi, which option do you choose? Do you want to choose for your table topic?
So available is 1 and 2, is it?
Yeah, only 1 and 2 is available right now.
Okay, 1, I can choose anyone, or
Sure.
is
Definitely. There's no rigid rules for
Yeah,
you. You can
yeah.
choose.
It's your choice. Either 1 or 2 you can choose.
Okay. So this year I'm talking about New Year, new beginning. So first of all, this year I'm liking the year.
Wait first, Lakshmi. I mean, you have to choose either 1 or 2, then they will show you the topic.
Number 1 or number 2? Which one you want?
One.
Okay.
Number 1. Okay, let me show you.
Let Chief show the topic. Yeah.
Okay, the topic is this new year has new beginnings for you.
Yeah.
This new year has new beginnings for you. You can go ahead, Lakshmi.
Okay, I will start. Okay.
Yes, when you
This
start,
new
the timer.
year has new beginning for me. Yes, I accept her because first of all, after past 2 years, I never visited my own country and my relative. Just I visited the last 2 weeks, so I was so happy. I met all our relatives. So now my mind is very clear. So starting New Year is here in our Singapore. So this is a new beginning with the happy, and there is no worry on my mind. First of all, and also I'm liking the year 2022. I'm so much liking it. I'm not depending on that numerology, but whatever that it's look like very 2020 easy to tell. 2022 the 6 number. So it's a new beginning for me. And then I have a goal to achieve this year. I have to do something, achieve more in my life. So this is New Year beginning. And that's all. Back to Toastmaster of the day.
All right, thank you. So yes, thank you so much for sharing with us your achieving your goals and liking 202 the number 2022. So definitely we can actually go and take 4D betting, right? So in the Singapore pools we can take 2022 for the betting. All right. Okay, so thank you so much, Lakshmi. So the next speaker is going to be Zafar, do you want to take an opportunity, a chance to speak number 2? You're muted.
Yeah, sure. Just give me a moment. Zafrina, you want to take over?
All right. So let me show you the topic. All right. In 2022, I want to. So you can fill in the blank. You have the option to fill in the blank. In 2022, I want to. All right. When you start your first few words, the timer will begin.
Ready? Okay, timer is ready. In 2022, so it's a brand new year, it's a brand new beginning. Something that I noticed probably this year was In previous years, there's a lot of talk about resolution, New Year resolution. And somehow rather this year, I did not hear so much about it, which is a good thing, because I think everyone is wisening up when it comes to New Year resolution. If it survives past the month of January, wow, fantastic. But many times it doesn't. We talk about New Year resolution at the birth of the new year, and we are so excited about sharing our New Year resolutions. People are all talking about New Year resolutions, and I like to really say thank you to our Table Topics Master, because in all of his topics, there's no such word resolution, but he has planned it very, very nicely. So in 2022, I want to make sure, and I want to remind myself to stay focused and to stay consistent to what I have been. I have also been doing a fair bit of charity work, which has really helped me to stay grounded, because when you do something about volunteering or charity work, it makes you focus more than yourself. Sometimes we can be overly consumed about ourselves and our life and our family. Nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, when we step out of this consumption about just yourself, I think your mind also clears up. So in 2022, I want to continue, and I ask for the strength and the guidance to continue to think of others, for me to have the strength to continue to do charity and voluntary work, and also to have the right thoughts in my mind as I help others without any expectations. So I really hope 2022, like what Lakshmi mentioned, is a very nice way to say the number. I would continue to do what I have done previously and to do more of such things. So it's a new beginning, but we all are hoping for a great new year ahead in 2022. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm the table topic master. Right. Yeah. So thank you so much, Zafar. You have done a good job by sharing with us about charity, especially volunteering to do help to people. And I believe that some of us or all of us actually resonate with that. All right. And I personally also like to volunteer, but I've been focusing. My focus has been running wild lately. So right now, because of your words, it actually ring a bell for me to go back and think about volunteering and think about people, charities. So thank you so much, Zafar. So the next speaker is going to be me. I'm going to speak, and Srinivasan is going to share the topic with me.
Yeah, okay. Very simple. Since just now Zafar also spoke about the what do you say, commit the New Year resolutions that we do and what we are going to do for this year and all that. So I'm going to give you the topic based on that, since it's New Year and it's about resolutions. So what I'm going to ask you is, your promises don't make you a better person. Your commitment only can do that. Your promises don't make you a better person. Your commitment only can do that. Over to you, Jeev.
Thank you. How many of you have promised something, but you have failed to do that or complete that or achieve that? How many of you? All right. How many of you have did something, but actually you didn't promise that, you just randomly you did that? Right. So I know there's a word, there's a phrase, and this is something my mentor actually commonly use this and tell me this. Words speak loud. Actions speak louder than words. All right. So promising is one thing, and achieving and accomplishing what you promised is another thing, and fulfilling what you promised is another thing. So this year, I've did a few promises previously, and I tried to do it, but I failed to achieve what I promised. But this year, I would like to plan and think very carefully, plan, and then achieve what I plan, and my plan is based on my promise. So with that, I just want to ask you, how many of you would like to achieve a lot of things this year. Right. Great. And do you understand right now that it's important to do some planning to achieve what you promised? Right. Great job. Okay. So this year, let us, not only me, not only you, let us together achieve what we promise by planning to achieve what we promise. All right. With that, back to the Toastmasters of the day. Thank you.
All right, Toastmaster of the day, who just stepped in as a table topics. I'll just see Lee Buckley just joined us.
Yeah.
And since we have time, if Wasan, if you have another topic, that was an excellent topic that you,
Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure whether it was planned, but it was like well posted to Sanjeevan. Do you have another topic, either G for Wasan? Is Lee
Yeah,
Buckley
sure.
there?
I think she joined us already. I saw
Yeah.
her name there.
Yes. Buckley, Lee Buckley.
Hi,
Okay, she's there.
everyone. I'm here, but
Okay.
I'm waiting for roadside assistance, so it might be a bit busy.
Are you able
No
to speak?
problem. Can you speak?
I can. Can you hear me?
Okay. Sure.
Yeah,
We want to
sure.
give you a table topics, but stay safe, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Lee, the topic for you, I will read it out to you and do let me know if you have heard it correctly, okay? A satisfied life is much better than a successful life. A satisfied life is much better than a successful life. Okay, Lee?
Yes, Vasan, I've got it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
A satisfied life is better than a successful life. How many times have we been successful and yet we are not satisfied with what we have achieved? We're always thinking we can always do better, or we can always get that something else that's a lot better. And we're never satisfied. And then we end up going in a circle because we're continually striving to get more, whether we want to get more assets, more money, more results. We're always striving and never satisfied. Wouldn't you agree, everyone? Are you happy when you achieve something? Or are you thinking, what's the next goal? What are we going to do next? How many of you are satisfied when you have achieved something? Come on, don't lie. Thank you, everyone. But yes, if a satisfied life is better than a successful one. Back to you, Wasan.
Thank you very much, Lee Buckley, for joining in. It's a pleasure always to have a family member join us again. And yes, whoever is here, whether you're from Whampoa or you're a friend of Whampoa, we consider each and every one of you as our family member. Okay. So once again, thank you all for participating in this table topics, and thanks Sanjeev for doing a great job as a table topic master. And I really appreciate you stepping up to take up these roles of evaluation and table topics. In Toastmasters, this is the way we learn, by doing it. It's just like, the Jackie Chan movie that was there about Jim's, and I don't know, Will Smith's son acted as that young kid who learns karate, right? The Karate Kid. Sorry, I forgot the name. Yeah, the Karate Kid, the second version. The original version was different. The Karate Kid second version was Jackie Chan was the teacher. Yeah. So, in that, they give you painting jobs and that job, this job. And then at the end of the movie, he finds out that he knows karate. It's like that. Toastmasters is like that. You do the table topic role. You learn about researching, you learn about presenting, and then you do the evaluator's role. You learn about listening, and then you learn about giving recommendations. So that's the way we learn. So I appreciate it. And thanks for stepping up in this holiday period where we have a very lean head count. Okay. So let's move on now to the final segment of our meeting, which is
Wasan?
yes.
The timer and also the voting. for the table topics?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Just give me a minute.
Can I
Okay.
ask a
Yeah.
question? Sorry.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Do I include Vasan as a table topic speaker as well?
For Watson, is it?
Yes.
Oh, you're
And
asking
also
now, is
she
it?
meant Geo. She meant
Oh,
Geo maybe.
Oh, so you want to give a topic to Watson?
No. Just now he said he participated. Is it? Did he participate? I'm a bit confused.
No, no,
Alicia, no, I didn't participate.
Oh, okay.
G only. G only.
G.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe now we can hear from the timer to have the timers report and
Yes.
the participants who took
Timers.
part.
Sorry about that. My mistake. Yeah. Timers report.
Gilda took 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Okay.
Alicia took 2 minutes 25 seconds.
Okay.
Safrina, myself, took 1 minute 20 seconds.
Okay.
Lakshmi took 1 minute 10 seconds.
Okay.
Safa took 2 minutes 8 seconds.
Okay.
And Sanjeevan took 1 minute 46 seconds. Lee took 1 minute 8 seconds.
So every one of them qualify, right? Everyone is above 1 minute. So, okay. Alicia, you can post the poll, or do we do something else?
You're muted. The poll function not there. You're muted. Okay, can. Maybe we
Oh,
can.
it's-
Yeah, can. Ready.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. Thank you. Good.
Can y'all see? All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we can. Awesome. Okay, can.
Excellent. Good job. Submit.
I've removed
Okay,
a lot of co-hosts so that they can vote.
Okay, thank you.
Back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Just give me a minute.
Okay, we can take a short break now, right? Was it before we continue with the evaluation?
Yeah, we can. We can have a 2 or 3 minutes break. No issues.
No, I think, yeah. No,
5
I mean,
minutes?
we can have 5 or 10 minutes. We still way ahead of time.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Yeah.
I think 5 minutes is fine.
Is
So
5 minutes
right
okay?
now, yeah, the time now is 3:42.
Okay.
Let's keep it as 45. We'll come back at 50. Is it okay?
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
3:50, everyone? That okay.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, let's start. Let's move on to the third section, which is the better listening section of our chapter meeting, wherein we try to listen to the speeches that were given by the prepared speakers, and then the evaluators will give their feedback on what was good, what was bad, or what could be improved upon in their speeches. Okay, so let's go on now to the first evaluation, wherein I, Toastmaster Srinivasan, will be evaluating the speech given by Giridhar. So over to you, Srinivasan. Good afternoon, Club President, fellow Toastmasters, and everybody else, and especially to Giridhar. Well, I don't see Giridhar. 1 minute. Huh? Okay. Giridhar is there. Okay, fine. Especially to you, Giridhar. That was an excellent speech, and I'm going to evaluate your speech based on the term eco, since it was all about environment. So I'm going to use the term ECO for my evaluation. E standing for excellent, and C as could be better, and O standing for what can be outstanding. Okay. So for the excellent part of it, I felt that your speech was excellent in terms of the depth of research that you had gone through. You have really gone into a lot of information, and you have culled out what was relevant to the topic that you have chosen, and they have given us the numbers and other such stuff, which is very interesting. And I especially like the part that you had a lot of numerical data whenever you want to impress people, or whenever you want to fool people also, the best way to do it is always numbers. The numbers game is always the best game to make people think that you're speaking from the holy grail. So those numbers were really outstanding. Like, I think even the most crazy American, after taking a look at your numbers, will stop eating beef, I think, because it was like 5 times, right? 4.5 times the normal cow's meat or something like that, or chicken, sorry, the chicken. So I think that's why, my grandma always used to say that, chicken is the healthy meat and all that. But after seeing your numbers and the graph, I was really impressed that my grandma knew so much about it, because those times in my village, she never ate beef. But how the hell she knew that chicken is so healthy, I don't know, right? So it is interesting. So those numbers were very good. So that was the excellent part of your speech. And for what could be better, I felt that you could be a bit more active with your body gestures, because I thought you were sitting and you were speaking and there was not much scope for you to use your body gestures. So maybe you could have used a little bit more of your body gestures and vocal variety, because since you were sitting, maybe you can use your voice instead of your body gestures to give us that difference in the variety in that speech. And the second thing that I thought we could be doing better is include a little bit of personal anecdotes to show us that what have you done to become more eco-friendly. All these is good. It was general advice and it was information taken from the internet, but have you put this to use? That is the question that will come up to the audience's mind. So maybe you could give us some personal anecdotes on where you have done or what changes have you done. Like, maybe you have walked a little bit more instead of taking the bus more frequently. So, you're reducing your carbon footprint or something like that. And moving on to the O part of it, and what could be outstanding. For me, I felt that you should move away from the chair, because you're a very good speaker and I think you're a very confident speaker. So maybe you should invest in a Bluetooth headset and then move away from the chair and use the space around it. Like, our DTM Alicia always does that when she does speeches. She likes to conquer and move around the world. Yeah, so that is one way where I think you could be a better and outstanding speaker. So with that, all the best to you in your future speeches, and I'm sure you'll do well. Over to me again, Toastmaster of the day. Let's move on now to the second evaluation, which will be delivered by DTM Alicia Chia. Talking about Alicia Chia, she is a tourist in her own country. And if there was not this COVID-19, you will find her always cycling or traveling around with a backpack, camera bag, tripod stand, a lot of funny things like that. She's more Japanese than the Japanese, I think, in these terms. So that is something that we always love about Alicia. And she's always very vibrant and active. And you can see now, even the evaluation, she will stand up and give. So over to you, Alicia, to give the evaluation on the speech delivered by Safa.
A very good afternoon to club president, to members and guests, and especially to Toastmaster Zafar. Congratulations on sharing us and delivering your speech on mentoring. Well, today I will evaluate Toastmaster Zafar in 2 areas. The first area is what he did very well. And the second area is what he could have done better, so that all of us here can learn together. Now, what did Toastmaster Zafar did well? I can safely say that he has achieved the 2 objectives of the project speech, which is to share the Toastmaster vision of mentoring, and as well as to share his experience as a protege. Next up, what did he do very well? I find that I certify chop here that Toastmaster Zafar is indeed an inspiring speaker, because he was able to engage the audience. And how did he engage the audience? Firstly, he told his story about how he was a protege. In fact, I always thought he started off as a mentor, but he started off as a protege. And he was very humble to share with us his story, whereby how he was very nervous as a speaker. Everybody has stage fright, and he shared his stage fright. Today, you won't see his stage fright because he has already had many years of practice. And because of this, the audience can better relate to his story. And we would continue to get engaged. Then at the introduction, he asked us a question about protege to clarify whether it's a diamond and a shining diamond. So all of us were thinking, we thought mentors should be a shining diamond, right? Correct. But not necessary. So you need to understand the concept, which he explained very well in his speech. Then the other thing that he did very well was he introduced a new concept that to be a good mentor, you need to be a good protege. Excellent. I really thought you didn't start from protege. So he told us that it's a cycle. And he went on to emphasize this thing in his conclusion. And he said, it's a never-ending cycle. You need to start off as a protege. In fact, before that, you start off as a member in Toastmaster, where you learn all the values and participate in the core leadership thing. So become member, become protege, then become mentor. Then you start all over again. Because once you reach mentor, what is there to do? You need to relearn and learn new skills as well and get yourself motivated and inspired to the next level. But what could he done better? The only thing I think he could done better is his video framing. You need to have a higher face where you can see up to your chest level or your diaphragm. So you just left a little bit space on top, and that will do the trick. So all in all, Toastmaster Zafar, you are indeed a very inspiring speaker. You shared with us how you started off as a member, protege, and then mentor. And with that, I hope to just have a bit of better video framing. You will do better the next round. So back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much. Spoken like a true Japanese camera woman. Okay, so let's move. Zafar, you're muted, I think.
No, all is good.
Okay, fine. Okay, good. So let's move on now to the final evaluation to be delivered by our newest evaluator, Sanjeevan Balan, to evaluate Srinivasan's level 3 speech from Engaging Humor Pathways. Over to you, Sanjeevan Balan.
Thank you, Srinivasan. And sorry, thank you, Toastmasters of the day. All right. So I just want to say, your speech, I want to start out by saying your speech was very warm for all of us. And also the way it was like transiting between the Toastmasters of the day and the another role of yours is also humorous. So thank you so much for showing us that. And also what I like a lot about you is your gestures. So there was a lot of gestures during your speech, and that is something I can learn from also. So thank you so much for showing us that. And it was the story you shared, with all of us was interesting and also at the same time relevant. And I may not be married yet, but it's relevant because I can apply this story for my future. I know what I'm going to expect or what I'm going to see in future. So yeah, thank you so much for that also. Yeah, so and also I think the stories you shared, and especially the examples, and the example with your wife, when your two friends, the two boys who was talking to you, and your wife was banging, and after that pouring the water and stuff. So all that was humorous, and I thought it was a good way to share the stories and example. And also, I know your audience awareness was good. You call out, if I'm not wrong, I think you call out to one of the participant, Giridhar. Okay, you call out to him, and then he was interacting with him. I think that was good. And then you also was looking around. So that actually showed that your eye contact was there. Even though through digital medium, we can't really see that, but because of this audience awareness, I could actually understand that you had a good eye contact also. And overall, the story or whatever you shared was humorous plus meaningful. And I want to be grateful for the story because it relates. So yes, that's all for you did a lot to share about in the Excel part, but improvement part, I just want to share, that maybe in order to enhance, because it's already enhanced, but in order to enhance even further, maybe you can be more firm on your emphasis on certain points. All right. And also when I say that, you can be more firm in emphasizing your expressions on that certain points which you are emphasizing on. And that may actually carry out the whole story more better and more variety in it. Yeah. And overall, again, I just want to end this off by sharing my appreciation for you for sharing your story with us, which was humorous plus meaningful and relevant. We definitely, I mean, most of us or all of us actually resonated to your story. So thank you so much for sharing with us your story, Srini. So with that, thank you so much, and passing back the time to the Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. So with that, we come to the end of the evaluation session. And I hope it was a great learning for each and every one of us. Can I have the timers report for the evaluation section? Zafrina?
Vasan took 3 minutes 25 seconds. Alicia took 2 minutes 30 seconds. Sanjeevan took 2 minutes 37 seconds.
Alicia is 3 minutes 30 seconds.
Okay. So I was like 5 seconds over time, is it? 3:35.
No, 3:25.
Oh, 3:25.
All qualified.
So
all qualified.
all three qualified. So Alicia, can you put the voting here? Thank you. Good. I think that's done. Okay. Okay, while the voting is being tabulated by Alicia, let's move on now. So I would like to hand over the stage to our club president for the closing formalities. So I would like to thank each and every one of you who had come for the meeting today. And I hope it was a fun-filled and learning experience. And I hope that I will see all of you and more of you in the future meetings. So please do invite your friends. We are always interested in growing our Whampoa family. So we truly believe, the whole world is our family. So please, everyone, join us. Over to you, President Zafar. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Before I share the President's closing address as well as the winners for today's meeting, I would just like to get some feedback. It's a very small and a very cozy kind of meeting that we had. I just want to get your feedback on how was today's meeting, and if there's any areas that we could have done better, and what are your expectations for 2022 from a Toastmasters perspective. So can I just start with our visitor, Greta? How was today's meeting, and what are your personal expectations from a Toastmasters? Don't tell us your experience about getting married yet, huh?
Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity, Zafar. Needless to say, of course, very experienced Toastmasters. Fortunately, in Singapore, all the clubs I meet, I don't know how come everybody is so much experienced. So both Vasan, yourself, Alicia, I mean, the moment you start speaking, definitely there is always a lot of things to learn from you guys. Needless to say, every meeting always there is so much for me to learn, and each evaluation you guys do on the spot, identifying the areas of improvement. I myself, I mean, I try to look at my speech for hours and hours, and I don't think from that angle. And suddenly some outsider comes and looks at my speech for 7 minutes and gives like that. So that is like, comes with experience. And that's beauty with experience. Needless to say, so much to learn from you guys. Always happy to come and join you guys. Any meetings, yeah. Oh, not audible there.
Zafar, you're muted. Yeah.
Okay, and your personal vision, Grida, for Toastmasters, what do you intend to achieve by end of 2022?
End of 2022, hopefully I'll try to complete my the pathways presentation mastery. Not so sure because it's 10 levels, and my only thing is that I have to do it right, and at least 3 to 4 times I have to get it my speech evaluated. So would not say that I want to complete my entire presentation mastery by 2022, but I'll try to take another club executive role by this next year term also, to keep up with the networking with you guys and other clubs.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Grida. So maybe I'll just hear from Jeev also, who has been a new member with the Whampoa Toastmasters Club and also has been a very active member. What was your feeling about today? You know, you played some new roles, as well as what are your goals for Toastmasters, your journey? Go ahead, Jeev.
Yep. Okay. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak. So I just want to say that today, even though the crowd, I mean the members in the Toastmasters Club is lesser today, it was still fun, enjoyable, and a place where I was able to learn a lot of things. So I want to thank all of you for that. And given I had this multiple roles, which was only 2 roles, I mean, this was inspired by many of you in this club, like for example Zafar or Vasan, or I know many of you, because you not only 2 roles, I saw that you have taken more than 2 roles before. So that was a challenge I put on myself also, so that I can apply this on other areas of my life, to multitask, but focus in one area when I multitask, when I do different roles, not just multitask, put 100%. Yeah, and other than that, my goal for this year that's a goal, right? Is it ambition? Goal, yeah. My goal for this year with Toastmasters Club, especially Whampoa Toastmasters Club, is to be supported and also support every one of you as much as possible throughout this year. And together, as we support each other, we will achieve the success we want in our area. So that's all.
Excellent.
Zafar, you're muted again.
Zafar, you're muted.
Okay, great. Thanks. Is Lakshmi there to share her views about today's meeting and also what she plans to do? Vasan, is she there?
She should be there. Lakshmi, ma'am?
Yeah.
You want to share about today's meeting and what are your goals for yourself, for the Toastmasters?
So today meeting, it's unexpected. Sir called me, or able to do, but I always I'm asking sir I will do project today he gave me, but I didn't do. So next month I need sir, I will do one project. So today meeting was very nice, and also topic was very nice. Table topics was very nice. I also I like all speaker speech. It's good. So New Year first meeting for me.
Yes.
It's okay. I'm liking. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you, Lakshmi. Lee Buckley, is everything okay with you by the roadside?
The roadside assistant just pulled up to help us.
Okay,
So
great.
I was going to say, thank you, Whampoa family. You brought me luck. You just turned up to help me.
Okay, awesome. Okay, great. Thank you. Maybe I will just since it's a small group, I'll just round it up by asking Vasan as well as Alicia, what are your goals for Toastmasters, your Toastmasters journey for this year? I'll start off with Vasan and finish off with Alicia. Vasan, any particular goals that you have? Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to try and achieve my DTM in pathways this time, because I missed my DTM in the regular path. I came up to ACS, but I couldn't do the last ALS part of it, so I couldn't get it. Anyway, that's okay. For me, DTM is just a byproduct, I think. So
that's right.
But I think when people look at me and say, 11 years in Toastmasters, you're still not a DTM, you know. Some people ask me that, you know, seriously.
Okay.
And last 3 months ago, Murthy sir, you know, right? Our Murthy sir said, Vasan, you must do it this time. So no, how to say, no questions when my boss commands me, right? So I said, okay, I will do it this year. So anyway, this is my second path and I'm at level 3. So another 2 levels to finish. So once I finish my second pathways, then I think I need to do a few capstone project or something like that for DTM. So I'm planning to do that. So hopefully this term, I think I will be Triple Crown for our club. And next term, whoever's the VPE, I will promise him 1 DTM for our club. Yeah, that's the goal for 2022.
Okay.
And
great. Thank
other
you.
than Toastmasters, no other major goals. It's just life goes on. I'm pretty much like semi-retired. My daughter's married and settled. My son is now in NS. So yeah, I'm just waiting, one leg in the grave.
No. Stay with us.
Yeah, no, I know, not that kind of a grave. But what I'm trying to say is, like, you know, I'm waiting to get my CPF money back, right? Another 2 years to go. Yeah, another 2 years to go. So it's at 55, I heard that they will cash the minimum sum and give you the balance, right?
That's right.
So I'm waiting for that. So let's see. Once I get.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Vasan.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's hear from Alicia, your goals for Toastmasters.
Okay, unlike our friend here, Srinivasan, I unfortunately cannot retire yet. I don't know, maybe it's a good thing. I'm too young, is it?
Oh, you're trying to make me old, is it?
Yeah. So that's why I let you speak first. Oh, clever, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm old. I'm old.
I saw the mind. You yourself declared you semi-retired.
No, anyway, I'm 53, Alicia. Another 2 years to go. That's
is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, the 50s is the new 40s.
Okay.
All right. So you must minus always 10 years from whatever age you are.
Alicia, here I am 16, but my body says 60. No, here I am 16, but my body says 60. I cannot walk down the stairs. It's painful.
Jokes aside.
Yeah.
Jokes aside, this year I'm focusing on myself. I'm very selfish. I'm going to focus on myself, right? I want to stretch myself and see how far I can go. I'm already going to go for Division U, Division, right? Division contest. Contest in Division U. So that's a new milestone for me. So I hope I can go all the way to District 80 and beyond. Okay, let's see how far I can go, right? And then for club goals, I think I would like to do Triple Crown. I believe I did it before, but I don't know why I didn't get it. All right, maybe the last time I didn't know how to plan, but I'm sure I can do a Triple Crown easily. Okay, and then probably, maybe, I'm not too sure whether maybe next year or the year after next year, I try to get my second DTM in the new path. Because the first DTM was done using, I cheated a bit. Okay, it's recorded. Not say cheated, but I did it under Pathway Guide. Yeah, I was given credit. So I was not the norm DTM.
The chosen one.
Yeah, out of the norm.
Alicia, you cannot say you cheated. You took the expressway, that's all.
Expressway. So now it came back to haunt me, you see.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I probably have to do another DTM the normal way, but in a new path.
Right.
Last time I did it in the old system. So now I do the new system and probably have to do extra things. That's why you cannot do things too fast. It will come back to you. You have to do again in a slower method. But never mind, it's a learning process. It's good for our club as well, right? So that is my goal, Mr. President.
Okay, great. Thank you so much to everyone for sharing. I mean, just to wrap up.
No escaping. The president also must tell us what is his goals for 2022.
Yes,
just because you're the president doesn't give you the right to escape one.
Good one.
Okay, I mean, like my goals. I mean, like, thanks to Vasan that I'm playing the role of the president for the club this term.
Oh, he's cursing me, Alicia.
Okay, but I mean, like we have a good team. So even for this meeting, it's a bit of like last minute trying to make sure that everything happens. But I'm really glad that we are having the meeting today, and also we have our members. Though we always expect more members to join us, but we are happy with the members that have joined us. Personally, for me, I think it started. We have already. I mean, personally for myself, in terms of Toastmasters, I have been putting it off for quite some time to get on the pathway, but I've gotten started, and to realize that today I completed my third project in level 2 and moving on to level 3. So that itself, it's a progress. It's a great progress for me. And my goal is to continue on this and to make sure that I complete my strategic relationship pathway and to start off on the new pathway. Right. So that is something that I plan. And like what one of the speaker mentioned earlier, to stay focused on that and to get it completed. All right, thank you so much. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to share the prize winners, the award winners for today's meeting. And then I will give the closing address for today's meeting. And then we will take a group photo and we wrap up our first meeting for 2022. Okay, let me share screen.
Zafar,
Yeah.
Can I just say something?
Yes, please.
I would like to request the 3 evaluators to fill up the evaluation forms and send it back to the respective speakers, because I think some of them will want to upload it to their base camp for the credit for their speeches. Okay.
Sure.
So Alicia, Jeev, and me, we 3 will send it to our respective speakers. Okay. Thanks.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder.
Yeah.
Okay. So award time. So we had 3 prepared speakers. We had excellent speakers, probably like including myself there. Okay, but due to time, we didn't have any voting there, but I'm sure we all learned from all the 3 different speakers. I really like when Gridhar mentioned about the sustainable, how to like have a sustainable diet. And though I must say that Wasan did admit up that, okay, so this is sort of a recycle, but it didn't sound like recycle at all. Even though I have heard this speech and also from the title, but I think he added a lot of new ingredients. And of course, from the way he presented, it was absolutely fantastic. And also it turned out to be a great boost for our member Gridhar, our Toastmaster.
So, Jeev, I think, huh?
Yeah. I mean, like for Gridhar, I think he already taken the jump that, okay, I'm going to get married this year. And from the evaluation was quite evident also from Jeev that, I think I'm really looking forward. So that was really an inspiring speech, Wasan. You gotten them to like, okay, let's get myself.
Jump into the well. Huh?
Okay, wonderful. So we had table topics as well as evaluation. Both of them were within time. And we did have the polling. So let me start off with the table topics. So the best table topics in today's chapter meeting, which is a 206 chapter meeting, best table topics, we had almost everyone taking part. So the winner based on the best vote is someone who mentioned about focus. I'm surprised myself. Zafrina has come out tops. Okay, well done, Zafrina. She talked about focus, and I think the focus really got to that the members. Okay, congratulations, Zafrina. And next we have the best evaluator. So as we also saw, we had the best of 3 evaluators, and the best evaluator award goes to, drum rolls. Okay, we hear the drum rolls. It is Srinivasan Sohian. Congrats. Round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you for your evaluation. Okay, so we have a few more awards, most committed award. So we have a most committed member. I think everyone here who joined us today, thank you so much for their commitment. But this award goes to someone who, though by the roadside, she was waiting for assistance, but she still joined us. Let's give Lee Buckley a round of applause. Well done, Lee Buckley. Thank you so much. Now, she did mention earlier through the chat that she was attending a friend's wedding in Australia, and then she's making her way back and she wants to join the meeting. But though her vehicle didn't really play to that plan, but she still kept to her promise and to her commitment. Thank you so much for that. Next, we have the best role play award. So this member, though, is a new member. He also took up new roles today, and not one, but two, as a evaluator as well as a table topics. Sanjeevan Balan, round of applause. Appreciate that, yeah? Okay, congrats. Okay, with that, okay, we have come to the end of the awards. Congratulations to each and every one of us. I mean, like, I think as Wasan mentioned earlier about the Distinguished Toastmaster, the award, of course, the title itself, it's really something that Toastmasters sought after, and they work towards it, but at the same time, it's also a byproduct. Similarly, in a chapter meeting, getting an award is a byproduct. Being in the meeting itself is the prize that we all get or gain. So thank you so much for joining the first the first chapter meeting of Whampoa Toastmasters Club. And I really like to thank each and every one of you, because end of the day, without your presence, we do not have a chapter meeting. And we are really very proud to say that today is 206 meeting of Whampoa Toastmasters Club. Is really a great milestone as we keep on achieving more. But it's also about new beginning. So we wish each and every one of you a fantastic 2022. I like the way when Lakshmi says, very nice to say it, 2022. I think this whole year is going to be like this, and also the years to come. 20, the 20 is going to be there for a long time to come. So 2022 is going to be a fantastic year for each and every one of you. We wish everyone to have great success, stay healthy, and also to achieve all your goals, whether on a personal basis or from your personal development in terms of Toastmasters and your career. So always stay happy. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs. There is going to be uncertain times for sure, but we all need to stay certain, stay focused, and stay together. We wish you all a wonderful, wonderful year ahead, and we welcome you back on every second Saturday of the month. We have our Whampoa Toastmasters meeting. The next meeting is going to be just 2 days shy of the Valentine's Day, which is on the 12th of February. So there's no excuse that I'm going out with my girlfriend, wife, or boyfriend and husband and stuff. So please join us on the 12th of February, which is the second Saturday of the month. And we are looking forward to a lot more members and a lot more fun, a lot more learning, and a lot more engagement. With that, I call today's meeting, 206 chapter meeting of Whampoa Toastmasters Club, close. All right, thank you. You can stop recording.